I'm Allison with FlickDirect, and I'm talking to the cast and creators of Best Foot Forward. Hello, how are all of you today?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, thanks. You are a fellow New Jerseyan, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
Where in New Jersey are you from?
I'm from South Jersey.
I'm from Central. So we have that in common. Anyway, I want to start with you, Logan. So this is your ever first acting career job. What was this experience like for you? What have you learned? Do you want to continue doing this?
I think it was a really great experience. Just the crew and the cast, everybody was great, and I think that just made it so much easier. Especially for the first time doing it. For doing it again, I'm very set on baseball, and I think that it was a lot of fun, and I'm hoping to keep
making more of this show. Yeah,
keep making more for this show. But for doing other projects, I don't know. Maybe, but I don't think so.
That's an amazing attitude. That's good for you. Yeah, go play baseball. Yeah. Be a kid, have fun.
Serve you well in the acting community, just so you know.
You won't find many child actors
who
will say that.
Yeah, this was a very important show with a lot of meaning to it. So I think that was the one reason why I really wanted to do this.
Josh, it is an important show. There's humor involved with it as well. How much of you is in the show itself?
I think that, not only are many of our episodes and storylines and anecdotes taken from real anecdotes in my life, I think the more significant maybe contribution of me and my life to the show is the tone of the show, right? Of the approach that we take to disability and towards Josh's prosthetic leg, which is that it's not sad, it's not maudlin, and it's not inspirational, it's not cloying. It is, here's a kid, he happens to have a prosthetic leg. Sometimes that's hard, and sometimes that's funny. And we especially try to lean into the funny, as I do in my real life.
Do you find that over the years, from when you first became disabled to now, has the attitude changed in society towards people with disabilities? Or do you feel there's still struggles that a show like this is going to help to dispel those stereotypes?
I definitely feel like people are becoming more aware, and we definitely do increasingly have occasions in which we see people with disabilities in the media, and I think that's great, and I hope that we are a part of a trend in that sense, and specifically a leader in not just having maybe a character who has some sort of disability in the background, but putting a lead character, and not just the character, the actor who also has the disability, and hopefully we can be a trend in doing that, and in then when people see that it normalizes different, or in a phrase that I heard recently that I like quite well, it normalizes normal, because. Why is there an abnormality or a problem to someone maybe having one leg versus two? Mm-hmm. Some people have one leg, some people have two legs. They're both humans.
Yeah, and I was gonna say not just the awareness of, there's so many more people with disabilities, seeing that there are more people with disabilities, and that there always has been. Not just that, but also to show that they're just like us, and not just that, seeing those people, but seeing those people as being normal. I think that's taken, this show will create a leap into that.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a great phrase. I love that phrase.
Okay. I saw it on Instagram the other day.
That's amazing.
Matt, I just want to touch on you for a minute, because you worked in this industry for 2 decades. What did you bring to this show? What did you have to change from what you're used to because of the show itself?
What I brought to the show was those 2 decades of experience. I mean, my job, was to take Josh's story, work with him to adapt it, to this medium of TV. So I've adapted a number of things in people's stories. So yeah, just, the experience and just, knowing the motions and mechanisms of doing that. What did I have to change to bring to this show? I would say not as much change, but for me, there was a ton of personal growth in just talking to Josh about his story. And to what Logan and Josh were just saying, I had a huge shift in perspective on things. Normalizing normal is, I've now stolen that phrase, but I mean, the main goal of the show is that, when people will see, the picture of the show on Apple TV Plus, they might say, kid with a prosthetic leg, I don't have anything in common with him, right? But then when they watch the show, they'll realize he's not a prosthetic leg with a kid. He's a kid who's going through middle school, the ups and downs, the goods and bads, et cetera, who also happens to have a prosthetic leg. So, for all of us and, for me in terms of writing, really wanted to, tell a story that had more meaning to it and more potential impact. And this was a great way to do that.
And I think doing it in a funny manner also helps disarm people.
One of the things that really drew me to this, and one of the things that, again, having the mindset of, an able-bodied person, we gravitate towards the inspiration we talk about all the time of, a kid with a prosthetic leg becoming a professional, a Paralympian skier, but realizing because, real Josh grew up, he was a kid who did kid stuff, like sneak soda into a movie theater in his empty pant leg. So, for me, it was a great experience to see the comedy that comes out of his unique experience and how he lived that throughout his life. So it was great. It was surprising and great.
Well, thank you all so much for your time. I really hope that this continues to help all of us grow as human beings, not just you, Matt. And thank you guys again. Good luck with the baseball.
Thank you.
Yeah.